The village of Ugwu slept under the calm gaze of the full moon, its children dreaming and its elders sitting by the fire. But as the midnight drums of the forest echoed, strange whispers began to crawl through the air. Dogs howled, goats kicked in fear, and the wind carried a stench of old graves. From the earth itself, bones rattled and shadows took form. The dead rose with fire in their eyes, their leader towering above them, Okonkwo the Bone King, wielder of the blade that eats moonlight. With each step, his sword swallowed light and cast darkness on the village, turning night into something far more dreadful. The people of Ugwu scattered in terror, mothers clutching their children and warriors striking their drums of warning. But the Bone King was merciless, his skeletal army sweeping through huts, leaving fire and silence in their wake. None dared face him, for his blade cut through both flesh and spirit. The moon itself dimmed, as if shamed by the presence of such evil. It seemed as though the land had surrendered to despair, and the people whispered that the gods had turned their faces away. Yet among the chaos, a single figure stood still, his eyes burning not with fear, but with defiance. His name was Odogwu, the son of a hunter. Though young and untested in great battles, he bore a strange mark on his chest, a glowing ember said to be the gift of the ancestors. His grandmother once told him, "The mark burns brightest when danger is darkest." As villagers ran past him, Odogwu gripped his bow and whispered a prayer to the spirits of the land. The ember on his chest fled with light, casting a glow strong enough to push back the shadows. He knew then that the battle was his to fight, not because he was the strongest, but because he was the only one who dared to stand. Odogwu stepped into the square, facing the Bone King whose eyes burned like dying coals. "You are but a boy," the Bone King growled, raising his monstrous blade. "And I am death itself." But Odogwu drew his bow, his arrow tip blazing with ancestral fire. When the Bone King swung, the earth shook, yet Odogwu stood firm. He loosed his arrow, and the sky itself seemed to split with thunder. The arrow pierced the Bone King's chest, and for the first time, the unholy warrior staggered. His sword, once full of hunger, screamed as its light began to fade. With the Bone King's fall, the army of the dead crumbled into dust, carried away by the winds of dawn. The villagers emerged from hiding, their cries of fear now turning into songs of victory. They gathered around Odogwu, their voices lifting his name as though he were a spirit sent to save them. The mark on Odogwu's chest dimmed, its duty fulfilled, leaving him simply a boy once more. But Ugwu never forgot that night. For generations, they told the tale, when the dead walked at midnight, it was courage, not strength, that lit the path back to life. Thanks for watching. Please follow for more amazing stories from Tales by Gideon.